Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. You know what I'm going to say. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hello everybody, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Today's beer, this is Blackheart, which is an English style IPA. And this bottle was sent to me by Kyle. And Kyle, I apologize for not reviewing this sooner than I should have, since this is an IPA. But it's a 9%. It's not going to go bad, but I should have done it before now, because he sent this to me several months ago, and I should have done it by now. Me harping on having fresh IPAs, I should have reviewed this. So one of my subscribers sent it in the fridge during the opening of one of the beer reviews and said, "You need to do that. That's an IPA." You're right. You're exactly right. So I should have done this one already, guys. So this is a 9%er though. It's an English IPA. It says 8.5 here on Beer Advocate, but Rate Beer says 9%, and I don't think it's actually listed on the bottle here. Let me look again. I don't see it there, and it may be printed on the bottle, but I don't think so. I don't think Floyds does any dating on their bottles whatsoever. They're arrogant that way, and I don't think they really give a shit, because most of their stuff sells out on the shelves, and it doesn't sit there that long. But still, I'm gonna hack them on it since it doesn't have it, and it's an IPA. That's what they do, and that's what I do. So take that, Floyds. Alright, let's get on with this one. The commercial description: English IPA brewed with British malt, Simpsons, British yeast, UK Kent Goldings, and UK Admiral hops, and an American formulation. Blackheart English IPA is a throwback historical ale brewed when English IPAs were hopped up to last a long voyage from England to the colonial troops in India. And that's basically the bottom line on an IPA. That's why it was done. Using the English malts, English hops, English yeast, and aged slightly in oak for a 19th century taste. Amazing artwork greatly contributed by Tim Leah and Jeff Razier. Alright guys, let's get over to the food pairings on this one. The food pairings cuisine is curried, Indian. The cheeses are your nutty, Asiago Colby, Parmesan, sharp blue cheddar, and the meat is shellfish for this. Grilled meat's going to go well. This is going to be a big beer, a strong beer, so it's going to go with your stronger dishes. The glassware is a pint, Becker, Stein, a tumbler, mug, side ale. On a beer this big, I got the Double glass out for this one, guys, so we're going to pour it into that. And it says not recommended for extended cellaring unless the ABV extends average range, which it does, 9%, 8.5 to 9%. So with that being said, let's not hold on to it any further. This thing is sweating profusely. And the cap is off. The smoke is coming out. Let's get it into the glass. And this does have a little bit of junk in the bottom of it, guys. So we're going to pour it very gently here. Hopefully it'll stay in the bottom. Alrighty, this is a big bottle too. I mean, it's not a 12 ouncer. It's a 22, I'm pretty sure. Alright, over to the light. It is a rich amber color. A lot of bubbles streaming up from the bottom of it. And with that easy pour, we didn't get much of a head, just barely covering it. If I had poured it more aggressive, I may have got just a little bit. But it's a big beer, so I doubt if it had poured a great big head. Looks pretty good in the glass. A lot of bubbles streaming up. It's fairly well carbonated. So let's get a nose on it. I appreciate it, Kyle. Like I said, I should have reviewed this already, and I apologize. I'm getting a lot of maltiness on this. I am detecting some of the vanilla from the oak aging. And there is a little bit of hot, citrusy hop presence here, but it's not an American style. It's to the English style. So the hops are going to be pretty subdued. Plus, like I said, it should have been reviewed a couple of months ago instead of waiting as long as I have. And it is set in the refrigerator, and I should have done it already. So, guys, it is what it is. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt on the age. I'm pretty sure one of my subs told me this was done in April or May. So I should have done it. I should have reviewed it already. Smells very sweet in the glass. Got a lot of sweet malt. You can definitely tell it's been oak aged. There is definitely that vanilla presence in there. Oh well, let's see what it's about. Can't get the 3 Floyds here, so I appreciate the guys that want to send me this stuff or trade beers with me to get some of the stuff that I can't get. So let's give it a hit. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Kyle. Oh yeah. Very tasty. Very malty. Kind of sweet. Not bitter whatsoever. A little bit of alcohol. Not much. Very balanced. Very well made beer. Wow. Very, very tasty. They have a huge following for their beers. And rightly so. They do some good work. But they're very limited to where they ship their beers out to. So evidently they're fairly small. And only produce it for that state basically, or very close by. I don't think it goes out very far from where it's produced in Indiana. Says availability spring here, so it is an earlier in the year beer. So I should have done this earlier, guys. So I'm sure the hops would have been just a little more stronger than what they are now, but it still tastes rather balanced to me. So we're going to let it warm up just a hair and let her have the other half of the bottle, and we'll come back and do the final chug. But it's pretty impressive beer so far, so guys. Reckon it'll get to A? Stick around, we'll find out. Be right back. Hi guys, I'm back. Got just a little bit left here. It's a very solid beer, guys. This is very tasty, a little on the citrusy side. Very pleasant, very enjoyable. Still not getting the alcohol, the big alcohol, so that tells me it's a very well-made beer. I'm not unimpressed with that, saying that, because everything that 3 Floyds does is pretty impressive. They're a lot like Surly and some of the other beer companies that don't do bad beers. Everything they do is quality beers. So with that being said, let's do the final chug here. Very nice, very floral, citrusy. A little bit of oak in there, which gives it that vanilla taste. Very pleasant, very enjoyable, very tasty, guys. I wish I could get 3 Floyds here all the time. I would be drinking a lot more of them because they do good stuff. As far as I'm concerned, guys, I'm going to give this a pretty good grade. It doesn't have a date, so it's not going to get to 10. But as far as I'm concerned, it is a 9 beer. It's 9 out of 10. So if you've had this beer, give me the comments back on this and whether you liked it, didn't like it. I thought it was very tasty. It's not blowing my hair back or my socks off or anything, but it is a very tasty beer. Should have done it a couple months ago when it was sent to me, and I stuck it in the fridge. And like a lot of the beers that I stick in the fridge, it gets in there and I forget about it, and before I know it, it's 2 or 3, 4 months have passed, and on the IPAs, I shouldn't let them sit in there that long. Even though it's a big beer at 8.5 to 9%, I still shouldn't keep those, because I'm not a big fan of cellaring those beers unless it's too boozy or something like that it needs to set, or it's too it's too hot, too boozy tasting is usually why I want to cellar something. And this does not have that boozy taste whatsoever. So, and it may have when it was fresh. It may have been a little more boozier than it is now, but after being in the fridge for several months, being a spring release beer, it's quite mellow and quite tasty, so I enjoyed this one, guys. Matter of fact, I just got through having a cigar with this one, and we did the Drew Estates Liga Privada Papas Fritas. So, very tasty cigar to go with this beer. The other ratings, Beer Advocate says it's 91, which is in their outstanding range, and Beer Advocate comes up as 98 overall and 93 in the style. So, all impressive numbers there. So, yeah, I'm going to stick with the 9 out of 10. Very tasty beer. So if you've had this one, guys, give me some comments on this one, whether you liked it, didn't like it. And Kyle, thanks again for sending this one to me. I do appreciate it. And guys, rate, comment, subscribe, and let's go see what's in the fridge tomorrow. See you then.